hope everybody's okay, safe and well. I'm a bit better now. Yeah, had a bit of a cold, but I'm okay. So I was getting a little bit lonely, bored, sitting around the house, and thought I'm going to come out and do another video. So I've just come for a walk again down on the beach. You might have seen me down here a few times now, but I want to show you something a little different today. A little bit of history on the area where I live. So I hope you enjoy this. It's an absolutely beautiful day today. Oh, so warm. I actually came out with my coat on, and I was like, oh, I can't wear this, and I was just walking past the car, and I just thought I'm just going to chuck it in the car and carry on walking. So yeah, so a little bit of history for you now. So guys, I wanted to show you this. Now you may notice a big archway in the wall and some loops above it. This was actually the site of the original Egremont ferry terminal. Now, Egremont ferry terminal used to have a massive pier which used to go along these rocks. These rocks never used to be here. The pier was the longest on Merseyside. Now, the Mersey ferries actually had something like, I think it was 6 or 7 ferry terminals across the whole of the Wirral side of the Mersey. There's only 2 now, which is Seacombe and Woodside, but this was one of them, as I say, the longest. Now the reason for this archway is because this pier was a sliding pier, so it was 80 metres long and stood 35 foot tall, but it had a separate part which used to slide in and out of this part here. And the reason for that is because at the end of the pier, as you can see, the tide goes out quite a bit. When the tide was out, the pier could actually slide out to accommodate for the tides, so that the boats could still get in. And then up there, you will see a loop, big iron loop, and another one on that side. And these were where the big chains would actually be attached to and hold the pier into place. Now the pier itself opened in 1876 and it cost £14,000 to build, which in them days was a lot of money. Unfortunately, this pier was destroyed in 1946 and demolished due to a ship which was called the British Commander actually ploughed straight through the middle of it and destroyed it. And it was actually deemed unnecessary to rebuild this pier. The reason being is that Seacombe ferry is just there, just over a kilometre away, and literally would be about 10-15 minute walk to it, so it just didn't seem economically viable to rebuild the pier. So you may see up there is the pub called the Ferry. Obvious reasons for the name of the pub. Now it used to be called the Egremont Ferry Pub up until a few years back. It closed down and reopened under a new name. There was also an actual ferry called the Egremont, which actually still exists and is down in Salcombe, being used as a sailing club now. And this was part of the Wallasey ferries, because back in the day there was actually the Wallasey ferries and the Birkenhead Corporation ferries, which used to operate. This was Wallasey, New Brighton and Seacombe were were all part of Wallasey. Then you went to Woodside, which became Birkenhead, and then you had Rock Ferry, New Ferry, which was all part of the Birkenhead ferries, and they used to compete against each other, but there was only ever one over in Liverpool, which was Pierhead, which wasn't actually owned by any specific company, and I'm assuming that fares and things would have had to have been shared out between them all. This little bit coming over the groin here can be a little bit slippery with the dry sand. Got to be careful on that one. There's quite a lot of shingle on this beach today. Must have been all brought in by the storms. There's never usually this much shingle. It's normally a nice clear beach. Have a little pigeon. See the tide's not long gone out. I'll be honest, this beach is normally a lot nicer than this. This sand might look nice at the moment, but it's actually quite muddy. Not usually like this, but I think from the storms a lot's been washed away. It always used to be mud down here when I was a kid, and then these groins were actually placed in around about 20 to 25 years ago, and I actually remember the ships coming in with all the boulders on and dumping them to put these groins into place, and then the sand started building up. And when I was in school I used to do geography at A level, and one of my projects was actually to come down here and measure the rate at which the sand was increasing. So I would say it used to be a lot higher than it is now. Just found this old rusty chain. Wonder what that could have been used for. Very old. So guys, I'm going to end this little video here. It's only a short one today, I'm sorry. But before I go, my question today: what's the most interesting thing you've ever found on a beach? Now for me, it must be when I was a kid and I actually found 2 toy buses on the beach. Absolutely made up and took them home. They were a bit rusty, full of sand, so I cleaned them up, repainted them, and they were actually really good. So let me know what the most interesting thing you've ever found is. Comment down below, and I will see you soon. Bye.